Syrian troops on the move. Idlib province is the holdout, the one place President Bashar al-Assad is yet to claim. But village by village, it's coming within reach.
We
are carrying on towards more villages of Mount Zawiya. We are still in actions towards Ariha village, in spite of the Turkish support to our enemy, using foreign arms and ammunition.
These Russian-backed Syrian government soldiers are fighting Turkish-backed rebels. Now Turkey is facing a challenge with its observation posts in the province surrounded. And President Recep Tayyip Erdogan has ordered his troops to push back.
Russia does not want to accept humanitarian sensitivity. The time that we gave to those who besieged our observation posts is ending. We are preparing plans to liberate our observation posts from the surrounding forces by the end of February, one way or another.
He also warned that Turkey will attack government forces anywhere in Syria if another Turkish soldier is injured. 16 have been killed in Syria this month. His speech came as a Russian delegation arrived in Turkey to discuss the crisis in Idlib, although President Vladimir Putin has ruled out a summit with the Turkish, German and French leaders. The fight for control of the province has forced nearly 1 million people from their homes since early December. The UN says more than half of the people now living in places like this are children.
We left Aria about 20 days ago. We left under airstrikes with only the clothes on our backs. We were left out in the open and spent some time under trees. We went towards the city of al-Bab, but we didn't find any place to live and no one who would let us stay on their land.
In the 9 years since the war began, many people have fled front lines for the relative safety of Idlib. Now the front line has come to them. They're increasingly squeezed against the border with Turkey as Syrian forces inch forward, shelling residential areas. Erdogan has intervened, worried about another potential refugee crisis.
We are not going to take even a little step back in Idlib. We will push the Syrian regime forces out of the area that we designated and let people return back to their houses.
But for now, that's not an option. At least 26 people, including school children, were killed and more than 100 injured this week. The White Helmets Rescue Group says 8 schools and kindergartens were deliberately targeted with cluster bombs. Syrian forces have captured dozens of towns and villages, and any pushback by Turkey may leave residents in the crossfire. Charlotte Bellis, Al Jazeera.